Hey everybody, I just wanted to touch base with you guys on some pharmacology math. I'm going to be doing a series of different videos to explain some of the basics, and I wanted to begin with rounding. All of our rounding is pretty basic, but there's just some little notes that I wanted to make sure that you're aware of as far as how I'm grading and what's required of you when you get to clinic. So it's pretty basic. Let's say you have, excuse me, 4.25 as one of your things that you need to round. And I will always let you know what you need to round it up to. Do you need to round it to the nearest whole, tenths place, hundredths place, thousandths place? So going back to what we've learned a long time ago, any place after the first decimal point would be your tenths place. 2 places after the decimal point would be your hundredths place. 3 places past the decimal place would be your thousandths place, and so on and so forth, going on that way. So, for example, if I asked you to go ahead and round 4.25 to the nearest whole, this one here is where you're going to look. You're going to look immediately to the right of the number, and it's a 2, so the nearest whole it would be 4. So 5 and up, you would round up. Anything under 4 or less, you would leave it alone. So let's say, for example, I wanted you to round 3.63 to nearest tenths place. I'm going to look right to that 3, and he is under 5, so I would be 3.6. That would be what I was looking at. So the other big note that I wanted to mention is no naked decimals ever, especially when you're talking about medications. So if you're looking at a medication and let's say it is 25 mils and you put a point there and you meant to say 0.25 mils, but the decimal place or decimal point may not be super obvious to somebody, so they may not see that. So they may go ahead and give that animal 25 mils. What you meant to say is 0.25 mils. If you leave this as a naked decimal and just have the 0.25, that's what we consider a naked decimal. So you can get overdoses really easily. So for anything medical related, for sure, never leave anything under 1 ml with a naked decimal in the front. Always put that 0 in the front so the next person that is actually giving the medication, if it's not you, knows that it is 0.25 or 0.5 or 0.75. Anything under 1, you definitely want to have that 0 front. So that is the basics of rounding, and we will move on to some other videos talking about how to convert decimals into percentages and vice versa, and a couple other ones. So there'll be some more videos coming talking about different math functions that we will be discussing for pharmaceutical math.